High school graduation is both a time of happiness and sadness. You and everyone are happy that you're finally graduating, but at the same time, it's a time of sadness because in just a few months, many of the people of this class will be going off to college or into the military. They will be moving away from home and leaving behind many people that care about them and will miss them dearly. When we leave home, we are going to realize what people really matter the most. We'll find out who we will miss the most. It is important that we keep in contact with the people who are most important to us. And my guess is that everyone has seen the Alltel commercials that are on TV. Well, if you haven't, they have a plan, it's called My Circle, where you have unlimited call and text to either 5, 15, or 25 numbers on any network. Well, people who have these plans pick the numbers they call or text the most and put them in their circle. The same concept of My Circle can be put to real life. I have come up with something called Ferb Circle. I picked the 5 people who I believe mattered the most to me. The first person in Ferb Circle is my mom. My mom is a great mom. She's pushed me to do good in everything that I do, and she's always been there for me. She supports me in everything, and sometimes we get into it a little bit every now and again, but she's always been there for me, and we'll always love each other. The second person is my dad. I have so many memories of stuff with my dad, like going fishing or hunting. And I love him, and he's extremely important to me. The third person is my sister. My sister and I get into arguments from time to time, but they pass. Actually, when I was writing this, I believe we were arguing, but maybe that's why I came up with the arguments. She's my sister, and I can't stay mad at her for long. I never tell her, but I do love her and care about her. The fourth person is my Grandma Jo, which her name's Joanne Bauer, but we call her Grandma Jo. And my grandma is some kind of super grandma. She helps out my family and my aunt's family, and if you didn't know, my aunt's family, they had triplets and other kids, so I got 4 kids. They're all about the same age, so she does so much for them, and she does so much for us. And she gives so much of herself, and without getting anything in return. And my grandma is really important to me, and I love her. The fifth person in Ferb Circle is my best friend Peyton. I really started to get to know Peyton when we first became drill partners back in junior high school. And that's with wrestling. Drill partners, basically, who makes you better. And over the last 6 years, we have grown in both wrestling and in our friendship. I can honestly say that I do not believe that Peyton Oney would have been state champion in wrestling without me being there for him. Wait, I'm not done. And I do not believe that I would have been 5th place at state without him. We pushed each other to do our best every day in the wrestling room. And we got into it sometimes, like we weren't very nice to each other in there. We had some fights and whatnot, but outside the wrestling room, he was always my best friend. Inside, not so much, but that made us better. And I love Peyton too. I urge everyone here today to just sit down and think sometime about who their 5 people are that are most important to them. A lot of times you take these people for granted until you really think about it and all the things that you've done for each other and realize how much you really love these people. That's all I got to say.